today's video, I wanted to challenge myself to do a full day without any single-use plastic. I'm going to try to get as close to zero waste as I possibly can. This is not how I live my life on a daily basis, although I do try to lower my waste at every opportunity. But I think maintaining a true zero waste lifestyle is not possible for many of us. It's not the most practical, and it can be very difficult to achieve. I don't want to promote anything that's completely unattainable, but I thought it would be just a fun kind of experiment today. I don't know, I think if anything, it will just make me more aware of what I'm throwing away every day and what I am using that maybe could be eliminated. So I just thought it would be fun. Today's video is sponsored by Klean Kanteen, which is my favorite brand ever for reusable water bottles, as well as insulated containers for food and beverages. I'm going to be using a lot of their products throughout this video and talking about some of my favorites. All of their products are BPA free and made with the safest materials possible, and it is just a brand that I completely trust. I cannot rave about them enough. I use their products in almost all of my videos, including in many of my ASMR videos. So I'm really excited to be working with them today, and they have also given me a code if you guys are interested in any of the products you see in this video or any of their other products that they have on their site. That code is IT'sBlitz, and you will receive 25% off for the next month or so. So check out their website and see if there's anything that you maybe could add into your daily routine to lower your own waste. Right now, I have a really exciting adventure that I want to go on with you guys. A new bulk store just opened in Los Angeles. One of my subscribers was actually the person who told me about it. So I'm gonna go in there. If you've never heard of like bulk shopping or bulk bins, it's basically a place where you can get different types of dry goods, nuts, seeds, teas, things like that without plastic packaging. I am bringing a couple of my own shopping bags so that I can put my goods into them. And I also cut up some fruit on the go for breakfast, which is in this container. It's just pears and oranges. Today I am saving all of my produce scraps to be composted, so I've put them in a produce bag in my freezer. And I also have some water. This is my favorite water bottle by Klean Kanteen. It's insulated, it keeps your beverages hot and cold for a really long time, and it fits in a cup holder, so it's great for travel or on the go. And I put on a cute little outfit today. These are my Kindred black boots. Decided to get kind of dressed up for no real reason. So I have all my stuff and I'm gonna head over there. Okay, so here we are.
Hi, welcome to Tare. We're a package-free grocery store here in Highland Park, Los Angeles. Here we have all dry bulk grocery items through these two aisles. We're offering people glass jars. We've also actually created an iPad app so that you bring your jar in, you set it on the scale, you tap it with this NFC tag, and then you wrap it on here so that when you get to the register, we're gonna deduct the weight of your container and you're only paying for what's inside. So right now, because of COVID, we're not actually allowed to accept reusables. We're offering 100% post-consumer recycled paper for people to fill up.
So we have dry goods, beans, rice, spices.
Everything. Sour worms.
This is a danger zone for me.
We've also even got pasta in bulk,
Ooh.
which is something you can't normally find. Activated trail mixes, essentially.
Nice. Do you guys also have organic as well?
Yeah.
About 95% of the store is organic.
95%, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a little list of some things that I need, and then I'll probably get some more.
How was it?
It's good. I just got home and I am admiring all of my package-free ingredients and supplies. I'm about to transfer them into some glass containers. I'm really excited to try this olive oil. The color is so beautiful. I also picked up some bread on the way home from a local grocery shop, and Nick and I are thinking about going on like a little picnic somewhere. So I'm feeling pretty good about everything. If you guys live in Los Angeles, definitely check out that store. It's called Tare, and I'm going to link their information in the description box below. I have transferred everything into containers. It looks so aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I really like keeping things in glass because you can easily identify what is in each container. Sometimes I will also use a label maker to just label the tops so that when I pull my pantry drawer out, I can see what I'm reaching for, and it makes it just a little bit easier. Like I said, I know it's not always possible to avoid plastic, but it definitely looks a lot nicer. It is now a little bit after 1 p.m. and Nick and I are about to go on a little ride and try to find a remote spot either in the neighborhood or somewhere nearby to have like a little picnic in the back of his truck. And I am making a really awesome light lunch for us. I have this really cool little lunch box and it has 3 tiers, and you basically stack them on top of each other and then they all lock into place. So I packed some fresh veggies and I have a little bit of vinaigrette over here. I have fresh bread with cheddar cheese and some butter, and then I have some sweet treats, licorice and gummy worms, both vegan. The butter and the cheese did unfortunately come wrapped in packaging that is not compostable. This is the plastic from the cheese. I feel like you shouldn't really limit yourself when you're trying to go zero waste or lower your waste. So although it's not ideal, it really is kind of unavoidable. I mean, I could have purchased more food that wasn't in packaging, but that would mean that I wouldn't be eating the food that we already have. So I'm trying to find a good balance, and this is just me being real with you guys. I think there are very few things that are truly zero waste. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to do your best at home. I think we're all just trying to do the best that we can. And this is me trying to be as transparent as possible. But on the plus side, our lunch is going to be transported with no waste, which is awesome. And then over here, I have made some green tea for myself. This is some of the tea that I got earlier at the bulk store. I made it in one of my favorite containers of all time. The cool thing about this particular thermos is that the lid comes off and is an insulated cup. So it's really handy, and I can just pour the tea into this cup while we're out. And Nick has the same one in a slightly larger version over here. He's going to use it for coffee. If you guys do watch my ASMR videos, anytime I make like tea for my guest at the end, these are the containers that I am almost always using. And it's especially handy if I'm filming somewhere else so that I can transport the tea and it still is very, very hot when I serve it to my guest. I also want to show you guys one other thing. This is where we keep all of our reusable like bottles and containers. We also have some glass ones up here. Pretty much everything in here is by Klean Kanteen. Even before this video, I've been using their products for a very long time, and we have some great ones in here that are larger that we like to take camping for just extra water, things like that. There's a really big one back there. So depending on your needs, you know, there's bottles for all different activities. This one is really great for smoothies. You obviously don't need to have dozens of different types of reusables, but if you are utilizing them in different ways, then I think it's totally acceptable to have more than one. And I do use all of them. Hello. Going to have a quick little bottle before we go. Come on. This is their second bottle of the day. I fed them when I woke up. Good freaking job. Very amazing work. Hold on, please, sir. Back in our little house. I know. You'll be okay. I promise. I'm packing everything into a big bag. I also brought some silverware for both of us. It kind of looks like we're running away from home. I'm very excited. Pulled over in the park. I'm not sure if this is legal, but it's legal, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Luxurious little spread.
Really? Yeah. Damn. Maybe I'll come out back there.
It's all paid back there.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, that's nice. Even what you guys are doing.
Something to do.
Yeah, something to do. All right, guys.
Take care.
All right, right there. We need to get this shot. My teeth.
On best behavior, we ate all the healthy stuff.
Fellow visitor, but not great if you have to try and be too mean. But it's tricky, and it's just not knowing the future. And sadly, I suspect we're a few months away from having any inkling.
It's really lovely to speak with you again, Samantha.
This is the moment. We are back home. It's been a couple of hours. I'm about to have another cup of this tea. It's still really hot. I don't know if you can see there's steam coming off of it. When I originally made the tea, I used one of these compostable tea bags, although I also picked up one of these today. These are really handy because you can just wash them and reuse them, and you don't have to worry about any plastic components in tea bags or any glue or anything like that. But the one that I used today is compostable, so I will stick that with everything I'm composting from the day. Also, you can steep tea multiple times usually, which is why I saved it, but I'm trying to limit my caffeine intake right now because my anxiety has been horrible. You're on the cooking show. We're getting started on dinner.
These are Julia's hands, everyone.
Nick, we're getting started on dinner. We are making sourdough tortillas with our starter, which is over here. It's really easy to grow a starter yourself. I've talked about it on Instagram, so check out my highlight over there if you want to do it. And then we're going to also make chili using the beans that we purchased earlier today. So I've been soaking these for a couple of hours, doing a quick soak. And once our tortilla dough is finished, I'm going to start cutting everything up. And Nick's going to help. Our dough is done and we're going to let it rest. We're covering it with a towel. And now we are going to start on the chili.
My mom has one of these. I had mine. Sure, she still has one.
Actually, should I keep this cutting board out for anything, you think? Or should I wash it?
You gonna chop up the carrots?
Sure. It's several hours later and we have encountered a setback. Basically, I tried to quick soak these dry beans thinking that the chili would cook quickly, and the beans are still not tender. So I keep basically just adding water. However, we have moved on to just the tortillas and it's going kind of well. It's not exactly a circle, but looks like a tortilla. Look.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Is this our dinner?
Yeah, are you ready for this, guy?
Nick is on rolling duty. And hopefully in the next 5 hours, the chili will be ready.
Are you trying to cheers me?
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
Damn. Really good.
Ooh. How about that? So we have decided to just have tortillas with avocado for dinner. And then hopefully the chili will be done
Next week.
by the end, but before we go to bed. And we can have it tomorrow. That sounds nice, right?
Yeah.
Pre-made meal for the morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the kind of people we are. We plan ahead, you know?
For the tortillas, I used a combination of flour. I used some whole wheat flour as well as some of this all-purpose flour that we had.
This is the reality of YouTube. Right here.
Hello again, it is a few days later and I wanted to do a proper outro for this video because when I was reviewing the footage, I realized that I was focusing completely on eliminating food waste and lowering waste from meal prep and things in the kitchen, and not really talking about other areas in my life which have been dramatically kind of streamlined to be as eco-friendly as possible. But I do find that for myself, I really struggle the most with food prep and things in the kitchen. It's just so difficult to consistently shop for food without any plastic or any waste. So that's kind of something I'm always working on. But if you guys would like to see other parts of my life and how I lower my waste in other areas, then let me know below. There's obviously so much to cover and there's so many ways that you can make a big difference every single day of your life by just taking really small steps. I did also want to give you an update on the chili that I made, which did finally finish cooking at around 2 a.m. So I ended up saving it in a couple of these large glass containers. We had about 2.5 of them, and Nick and I have been eating the chili for meals. It is not the best chili that I've ever made, but I think I really should have just done an overnight soak on the beans. So it's a lesson learned. The flavor is still really good, and I'm definitely going to try the recipe again. You can also use canned beans to make this recipe, which is also a good low waste option since aluminum can be recycled infinitely. And if I'm preparing something hot like chili on the go, I love taking this insulated Klean Kanteen container. This is the one that I used for my fruit the other day. It is not insulated, but for hot or cold items, the insulated ones really, really come in handy for a nice little meal or a serving size. Here is all of my compost that I saved from the other day. I realized because we don't compost on a regular basis at home, although it is something I really need to start doing, we have some issues with like rodents and insects, which has made it really difficult in the past. But I think composting is one of the best things you can do for the environment. So I really want to get in the habit of doing it daily, but that is one area that I realized I'm just so used to throwing things away that when I was preparing food, I was instinctively throwing my food waste in the garbage. So I had to really remind myself to save my food scraps. Oh yeah, one more thing, the night that we made the chili, I just have to say that the tortillas were so amazing. I'm going to leave the recipe down below in the description box, but really they turned out so wonderful. I ended up just having a plate of tortillas, avocado, and a glass of grape juice for dinner, and it might not have been the most balanced meal, but it was so comforting and so perfect. And then the following morning, I made the remaining tortillas for breakfast. There were 7 left, and I ate every single one. I'm going to insert some footage of what they looked like the next morning so you guys can get an idea. They were really just like so fresh, fluffy, and amazing. I ate them with a little bit of butter, and I definitely would encourage you guys to try this recipe at home. It was really simple. I will leave it in the description box below if you're interested. And make sure, if you have not already, to check out Klean Kanteen's website and use my code if you're looking for any more reusables. There are so many great ones that I didn't talk about or use in this video, including these cups, which you've probably seen in my other videos. I had just washed this because they're all dirty, but I use them all the time. I mean, their products are just so amazing and really built to last for life. I think I have officially covered everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your requests for lifestyle videos, for zero waste videos. I'm really trying to move away from saying zero waste because I feel like it's kind of like a false idea. So leave your realistic requests below, and I will see you guys all very soon in my next video, and I will talk to you then.